because I do my own hair. Not very well. It's Thursday, I do believe. Continue this. Now it's 10:08, Thursday, September 15th, 2022. Tiny continuation from the little bullshit ass rorschach journal YouTube I just did. I don't know if I want to. I have to though, because these idiots keep doing it. There's been some skirmishing happening the last couple of days, and it's, from what I can tell, to distract as much as possible. I don't want to seem like the petty tacky one anymore, but like I've got no choice but to bulldoze through these facts and bulletins. And once again, this is something I pinged on back in 2016. I'm pretty sure one of their little tactics is to do the most outlandishly tweaker, immature crap imaginable, so that if somebody like me was to pick up on it and start trying to communicate it, you are the instant crazy loon sort of thing. But they're actually doing it. The two loud Mexican fisher guys from last night and this morning, I don't know if they're trying to seem like they're part of my crew or bodyguards or something. They're not. I don't know. There's been more than one instance to where, like, out of nowhere, this giant group of Bone Thugs and Harmony just shows up and plops down somewhere, like, right in front of me. And then I look over and there's this ridiculously cute girl way over there at the entrance of the stacks, kind of prairie dogging, and then sees these idiots and runs back to her car, sort of thing. And I don't know. It used to be kind of a little more spontaneous. Now it seems to be a lot more set up. In the last couple of days, it really does seem to be that girls are showing up, not being stopped, walking over here and saying hello to me, and then deciding to sit there and wait for somebody to rush over and shoo them off. I know that seems weird, but if they're trying to keep up continuity with the bullshit stories they use to get away with the most horrible crap imaginable, Tom Holland has been pinging on my freaking radar recently, and I don't know why that stupid rat swine knockoff, awkward, is even part of this shit anymore. So I won it last year or year before. I can't even remember as exact right now. But at Oso Flaco Lake is when I got arrested and had those Japanese sword-looking sticks taken by the Oso Flaco Lake Sheriff Rangers. Jeez. From my understanding is Tom Holland went around Hollywood and telling everybody he punched me in the face and took those sticks from me. So, like, when everybody found out that he bald-faced lied to literally everybody for an in-the-moment smirk grin to pretend he was tough, and it's like they keep giving him chances to do this same sort of thing. Right now referring to the three dudes that were hiding behind this rock last night as I started walking towards the parking lot. Jumped up, said something goofy, something about a disco ball, a lot of giggling. Something about it put me off, so I crossed the rocks all the way over to where they were sitting on the jetty right there. Asked if one of them asked for a certain name, because it was dark and they were being shady. It's been like a blitz of awkward situations. And it seems like the girls that this awkward situation parade is targeting, the girls are too dumb. You're too damn dumb. You sit there staring at your phones or staring at me walk by through tinted windows, and you just wait for a bunch of grinning asshole cowards to tell you what, when, and where. And there's this giant crime wave happening because of it. And once again, as I've explained in like a bazillion videos, all I'm waiting for is a girl to come walking down here and say hello. Now, if you think coming down here is a little too dangerous, I do go into town. And I don't have some, like, elaborate pattern or something. Like, I go to the store, I get cookies, go to the library, pick up books. There's this giant freaking clown show happening, and I'm sick of it. Jolie has been on my radar recently. She seems to be baby stepping all around me. I don't know what the hell to do. stop giggling. I mean, I understand. I guess a lot of people are heading for prison and or guillotine, but they won't stop grinning and lying about this like they can still get away with it. Awkwardly enough, I read that in a book not too long ago, is that bad guys will fake it until they're dead. Handcuffs and prison bars aren't enough. They will scream about their innocence until the day they freaking die and finally get sent to hell, where they are no longer screaming about how innocent they are. So I'm waiting for that moment, apparently. But I don't know what to do here. You know, Chris Evans popped on my radar a little bit. Captain America, you wanna act froggy, dude? You mad that I've been leaving you out of my little tough guy girls at night? Feel free, big fucking fake coward. Bring 2 shields and a hammer. Beat you to death with a fucking spoon and you know it. Dwayne Johnson, I don't know what the hell. This dude seems to creep in and out of Morro Bay almost daily now. Same stupid story on his lips that he can't find me when I'm going, FOOM! Roaring my voice so loud they shut down air traffic over at San Luis Obispo Airport. No shit. But they can't find me. They don't know what's going on. They can't figure out the difference, this, that, or the other. And it's the same crap every day. They seem to sprint out this charade of lies, hoping to get to a certain point at night, and then they're safe until the following morning where they got to get up and start improvising their lies all over again. All day, every day. While I do very little, mind you. I know it seems like I'm doing a lot, but not really. These little videos that I record, shuffling into town for cookies and some extracurriculars like books. And now that I've got a phone, I can start downloading videos and watching movies again, which I'm not as excited about. All that in a bag of chips, knock it off. In 2016, I asked my mother to walk up to me and say hello. She got nervous, she choked, she couldn't walk up and say hi. I don't give a shit about the details anymore. All I know is she started lying about it and then had to turn around and start proving those lies. It started this dominoes effect. Maybe there was somebody before her, like Brad Pitt and her two Cambodian kids. I don't know. They started lying to her about me and then had to race ahead of her to do some ugly shit and point at and say, yeah, see, we told you he was weird. All of that, all of it. Walk up to me and say hello. No, I'm not on drugs. I will pass a drug test very quickly. No, I do not get beat up or chased off ever. The very first time a girl was told that I got beat up and had my face caved in, and then 5 minutes later, as they're still in the middle of that conversation, do I not go trampsing through the parking lot, totally fine, and she continues to give money and bend over for the worthless pedophile cockroaches that she knows are lying to her. I don't know if this is some new fad. What do they call it for teenagers? Phase. Maybe it's woman phase, where you girls are just going as pathetic as possible for a little while. I don't know. All I know is I'm waiting for a hello, and there's a giant orchestra of retarded swine cockroach bullshit, cartwheeling and jumping jacks all day, every day. And unfortunately it does. It seems to be guys like Robert Downey Jr., Tom Holland, the shiny stars that were afraid I was about to upstage them or something. And Tom Holland, he's a piece of shit. He really is. He was on my radar a little bit. This was months ago, but he popped his head up over the rocks over there, right where you see my index finger. I glanced up just in time to see his ass look up at me from a glance, and we're talking a good 70 yards, people. That dude glanced at me once. One look. Ducked his head, turned around, and floored it back to the fucking parking lot. This is in front of all of those people he was just talking about pushing me off this rock and beating me up and showing me what's up. My guess is he thought there was going to be a fake version of me sitting here. So when he looked up and saw the real thing, he didn't even think about it. In front of all those people he was talking shit about, he just sprints back to his car. A lot of celebrities do this, in front of the people they're lying to. And yet all of those people continue to grin and giggle and lie for them. It, talk about a terminal brain damage degeneration. I have no clue. There's still this like circus parade of cars and vans and RVs that start up when I start walking into town. When I start coming back towards the Rock, there's another caravan of cars and RVs that seem to start up and avoid me. It's weird. Now, for a lot of people that have no idea what I'm talking about, congratulations. Go away. Live your life. Don't click on my shit ever again. But don't just sit there and try to call me crazy and delusional because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what happened before you got here. Everybody else, I guess some people actually like watching this happen. Because there are a few celebrities, I would say in the older crowd, that had to go through some bullshit to try to get to the top of the heap. And so now that it's like, I don't know, perspective, it's a new generation of it taking its turn. But unfortunately for these idiots, they didn't realize that Zilla decided to join the game. It's like I've got a little GoPro in my chest and I've got the ball and I'm just like tearing through the freaking field. So some of these older guys that had to go through it are getting to watch like a perspective play-by-play version of what they went through, sort of thing. It's a very well-rounded situation sometimes. Suckfest all day, every day, but whatever. No, nobody brings me coffee. Another point that I've got to bring up. There's been something weird about that. Apparently these crackheads get up at the crack of twilight and come bum rushing some hot girl to the entrance of the stacks, but she's got to wait over there while she hands them whatever it is I'm supposed to have, and then they race back with some story about how they beat me up, or I ran away, or I changed my mind, or I didn't want it. It's been a decade of that though, lady. Stop talking to the fucking trolls. Jesus. One other thing I wanted to try to dunk real quick before this is too damn long is this like daily thing of, you know, running away. I don't run away, but I guess there's so many worms pretending to be me who will jump up and sprint away, giving Emma Watson and Kate Hudson something to gossip about, that it seems to be this like, I don't know, this nail in the wall for a lot of these celebrities. It's like what they live for at this point. Hewitt has been sitting in Morro Bay for weeks now. She just sits in her RV or fancy hotel room waiting to be told when to go stand somewhere and what to look at. And on the days where I'm actually sitting here and they can't budge me because I wonder why, she stands way over there and sees me not run away and goes, well, he doesn't run away. And then they pretend to conjecture that for the rest of the freaking day. But if the cockroaches are lucky enough for me to need coffee or cookies and I have to leave this spot and go into town, well, then Hewitt comes out here, stands at a distance, watches some worm sprint away from a bunch of oofty-goofties, and then they pretend to conjecture that for the rest of the day. And all of it is because a shit ton of people got torture murdered, and there's a lot of people going to prison and getting guillotined over this. As long as assholes like Tom Holland can continue just to grin like morons and push the lie and conjecture until another morning, that's all we're waiting on. People pull heads out of ass, stop grinning and giggling, and into this crap. I'm tired of it, obviously. And I'm tired of making you people look worse and worse and worse. Excuse me, I should reword that. I'm tired of showing the world what you Hollywood people really are. Bunch of fake, worthless gremlins stealing everything from people and murdering who you have to pretend your plastic life. And all I gotta do is boom and melt your whole shit into a puddle of nothing. I'm tired of this. So, but go ahead, get all wide-eyed and look at some cockroach in your living room and ask them to start reiterating everything I've just said because you don't want to take it from the source. Bullshit-ass, crazy-ass one.